Wow, this guy.
I'm just working with one or two guys.
Make a kingdom move, spinning on business like me, Shaq. Aiming for our goals, clear clack. Moving forward, no need to reach back.
Welcome back to the CROWNEDCAST Podcast. My name is Joseph Honeysett. With me is my brother, Mr. Joel Ngulu. And we had to step into the studio to record an emergency podcast because LeBron James has been traded to the 76ers. Nah, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the CROWNEDCAST Podcast, everybody. What's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
Blessed, highly favored, bro. Another day, another dollar, man. But speaking of that LeBron thing, it's just, bro, it's crazy how sports rule the world. We just left FIFA. That was a huge distraction. It was great. Then next week, Bron, right? And after that, we're going to get into college football and NFL. You know how, like, it's like a cycle. And the reason I'm saying that, because I was wondering, I'm like, why is LeBron taking forever? And I'm like, waiting for after the World Cup. And I'm like, I feel like everything is just like a system. It's like the next thing so you get distracted, next thing so you get distracted. And that's what I feel like. But LeBron's the Sixers, bro. Shout out to Philly, I guess.
It's all about attention, bro. That's it. It's an attention economy, right? So, like, you got to be strategic when you're on that level. So, I mean, I get it. I was just tired of waiting, bro. I was tired.
That's your guy, bro.
That's my guy. That's my goat. That's my goat.
That's what he loves to do, is loves to take the attention, and he loves
yeah. See, I'm at the place where, bro, I'm a fan of the game. I don't really even have a favorite player anymore. Like, after LeBron leaves, I don't know if I will have a favorite player. I just love people that play the game the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love people that, like, dedicate their life to the game of basketball. And, like, you may not like them, but you got to respect, like, their accolades and all those different things.
Mm-hmm.
People always talk about LeBron. People always talk about, Jordan. When I was coming up, I hated Kobe, bro.
I know. I love Kobe. I love Kobe.
Because I was young, I didn't understand. He had so much respect and love for the game.
Boy, I was opposite of you, man. I hated LeBron. I was a Kobe guy, and I'm with you, bro. I was respecting the game, but it's crazy. Like, after Kobe left, it took me a while to find my next player. Because it was like, I don't know, like I grew up with this. Like, when LeBron leaves, it's gonna be a lot of people just like, I mean, when Jordan left in 1999, the NBA ratings dropped like crazy. Like, viewerships were down just because all the old heads were like, bro, all I know is Jordan. So I feel like it's gonna happen the same thing with Bron. But for me, it took me like 5 years to find my next player, man. I was like, who is it gonna be? I went to Kyrie. I love KD, but I didn't like when he went to Golden State, so that messed up everything. And yeah, dog. So right now, my favorite player, I would say, is Giannis, just because he has that fierceness, and it's like, I don't care, I'll will it. And so that's what I love. And so I would say Giannis right now, because it reminds me a lot of Kobe and Jordan.
Yeah. Did you expect Philly?
No, yeah, Philly was my top three. So I had Golden State for the Beatles, and then I had Cleveland or Philly. Because for me, like, I think LeBron for sure is playing 25 years, quarter century. But for me, with the whole conspiracy, I think he's going to stop at 26 exactly. And so I think it's going to be this year is like a shot at the title. If he doesn't get it, I think next year he might go to Golden State or go somewhere else. He has a player option, right? And I think that final year he's going to play with Bronny and Bryce in Cleveland. So
that'd be crazy.
That's my, because he's for sure playing with Bryce. He's already made a commercial about it. He wants to play with Bryce, and so I think he's going to do that, and that's what he's waiting.
Yeah, because it's like, well, Dad, you played with Junior. You got to play with me too. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that to your son now. But
go ahead.
No. There's a curse?
No, there was a commercial on there like that. Ronnie came, he was like, you play with your son not once, but twice. And I was like, wait, what is this commercial saying? It showed Bryce, and I was like,
it's programming.
Yeah,
it's programming.
Dog. Yeah, dog. Yeah, so
it's programming. I never thought the Cavs. I knew LeBron didn't want to play with James Harden. I guarantee you that was like the number one thing for him. The Warriors, I think if they had one more person that was good, I think he would have. But I saw the 76ers. 76ers was like my number one like destination for him because of, bro, that if you really look at that squad is stupid, bro.
Boy, that might be his most stacked squad
stupid. Ever?
Like for starting five.
Starting five? You think it's the most stacked squad ever?
For him.
No, just ever. Like
Ever. Nah, the most firepower that I've ever seen was Golden State with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
The second, but the most like offensive firepower I've ever seen that never came to fruition, but when they played, it was stupid. Was prime KD and the Nets, prime Kyrie and James Harden. That first year, bro, was stupid. I was like, bro, no one's gonna beat this squad. Like that,
dude.
That was the top five one-on-one players in history in one squad.
Yes, bro.
Think about that, bro. In history, one-on-one players.
I was worried, bro, because LeBron, I think, was still in the East at that point.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I saw that, and I'm like, bro, we're never gonna win again. Like I literally thought that. That's also why I don't like favoring other players or like I have a favorite player because man, Kevin Durant is so good at basketball, but I hate Kevin Durant. I don't respect Kevin Durant.
Yeah, man. Bro, I love Kevin. It's like, dude, if it goes Kobe and it goes Kevin Durant. It would be Kevin Durant right now for me, but it's just.
You think Kevin Durant's better than Dirk Nowitzki?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Like, to me, Dirk and KG are tied.
No, KD.
Yeah, KD's better. I think KD's better. I think KD is top 15 of all time. I think Dirk is like 15 to 20. So he could be like 17, 18, 19, 20 around there. I think KG is around there, and I think D Wade is around there too.
If KD didn't have rings?
Yeah, if he didn't have rings, then yeah, he wouldn't be there. But it's just because it's ridiculous, bro. His eye test is stupid. Like, if KD had one more ring, he'd already be like top 10. He'd be better than Larry Bird. You know what I mean? It's like you don't put that because, bro, it's ridiculous, dog. Like it's you have to go off of like eye test and then also like achievements. KD doesn't have the achievements, but that eye test is stupid.
Yeah,
like,
no, the eye test is dumb.
It's stupid. And so that's why I have him like top 15. Like, to me,
I respect his MVP. I don't respect the titles, bro.
Yeah, me either.
Yes, you got the titles. Those two titles equal one. To me, Dirk's one ring is like, it's worth 3.
No, I feel you. It's just, but since they're achievements wise, if you look at it like that, they're even.
Yeah.
Now you got to go eye test, and KD eye test is like. But would you have? I have Giannis over Dirk right now too, and KG, personally.
Dang.
Think about it, bro.
I have Giannis over KG. I don't have him over Dirk.
Think about it. The boy got a ring. The boy got MVP. Giannis has 2 MVPs. He has Defensive Player of the Year. Dirk never got that. Like it's like if you look.
Who did they beat in the finals?
Oh, the Suns. The Bucks beat the Suns 2021.
No, stop it.
I know, bro, but what I'm saying is like the ring, because like
Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
Yeah, but I mean, the Phoenix was number 1 in the West at the time. You know what I'm saying? So that they were a good team. Either or, all I'm saying is like they both have a ring, but this dude has 2 MVPs and he has a Defensive Player of the Year.
But all right, let's bring race into this.
All right, go ahead. I want to hear this.
If Dirk wasn't white, would he have gotten? Would he gotten more? Like, if he had more flavor to him, would he gotten more like MVPs?
I don't know if he would have got more MVPs, but I think he would have got more like hype. There would have been more noise about Dirk. I've had this conversation before in college. They're like, "What if Dirk was black?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I get it, bro." That's what for me. I have Dirk over KG, bro. Like, for me personally, over Kevin Garnett. People have
but that makes sense.
But have Kevin Garnett over him, bro. If you look at like every year like ranking, Kevin Garnett's always higher than Dirk. And I'm like, I don't think so.
It's the eye test.
Dirk's
that's the thing.
Guilty, bro.
Bro, yes, that's what I'm saying, man.
But anyways, man, I digress. But it's crazy, like Dirk for like 10, 15 years we grew up, the best European. But now, bro, in the past 7 years, he's been passed by SGA, Luka. Like, Luka to me is already better than Dirk as a player. Like, Dirk will never, like, Dirk is greater achievements, but player-wise, Luka's already a better player than Dirk ever was, my opinion.
I actually have a hot take, bro. I think Luka Doncic will be the next Charles Barkley, Carmelo Anthony. Cold player, amazing player. but will not win a ring.
I think he wins.
And I hate to say that, but like if you look at the Lakers, like Luka's in his prime years now, you know, or like his prime is probably in the next, 2 to 3 years is like how like his prime will be. You see what I'm saying? Like he's in his prime for like the next 3 years.
I think he has longer, bro.
You think he has longer? I say that because he's like a little athletically challenged.
For sure.
But also, like he's not in shape most of the time. So I think like with injuries and just like he's not spending a mill on his body like Bron is. And so because of that, I think he's gonna, dwindle faster unless he like changes his game. But I don't know. But that's just my take. Is that
that's good.
He's not gonna win a ring, but he's gonna be just a player that's respected. He's a Hall of Famer. Like he'll end as a Hall of Famer without a ring.
I feel you. There's gonna be a lot of players like that. I think he will get one or two, but I think this is my opinion, bro. I think Jokic goes to the Lakers.
You think so,
bro? I've been saying that for years. I think.
Oh, dude, if that happens and Luka's on that team,
that's what I'm saying. I think him and Luka team up and play together one year. I just have that feeling like there's rumors about it this year, but they got that center from Utah. He's not Jokic, but he's pretty nice too. And so that's what I feel like,
shoot, bro. I'm on my Stephen A. They already got all the white boys. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. What's going on in LA, bro? Like I started noticing last year. I was like, bro.
White people are back in the NBA. We're back, baby.
It's just funny how the world is like changing. Everything's like flipping. Like the quarterbacks now are black.
Right? Cold receivers are white.
Boy, I'm telling you, there's something going on in the world. Like there's like a flip, bro. There's prophecy on that too. I hope you know. I don't want to get into that, but there's prophecy how like.
No, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that in a second. But I just got to make a basketball like comment. Yeah. Like this is like a B-side, tier. Like we're not talking about all-stars, but you know who's cold white boy? Peyton Pritchard.
Oh yeah, but
that boy is too nice.
Yeah.
I need him and Austin Reeves on the same team, and I just want to see them cook.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard be cooking, bro. But the thing is, like him, he like Boston is investing like crazy into him. A lot of people are mad about Brown thing. They're like, bro, Boston, y'all better hope he turns out to be like at least Jaylen Brown or Jalen Brunson. They're saying that y'all better hope he turns into that because y'all investing a lot into him. I think he's cold. I don't know if he's like franchise code, but we'll see.
Nah. But shoot, one day he might be. But let's get into that prophecy.
No, I was just like prophecy as far as like there's been talks like there's a shift happened. People are saying in 2020 it happened, how the world flipped. So what's like the world's going back to its origins. Like everything is going back to how it was originally created, and the world's going back to like how we talked about the days of Noah. Everything's going back to the origins of everything. And so I believe like people to this prophecy is like what's right will be left. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is like flopped. Like what we just talked about, like the black quarterbacks, right? That wasn't a thing, but now it's a thing. The white receivers, that wasn't a thing, but it's a thing. NBA, I just feel like NBA, European basketball, like think about it. European basketball is all white players. Now they're becoming like the Serbia almost beat us, right? And I think me personally, I could be wrong, but I'm not confident in the next Olympics.
I'm with you.
And it's going to be here in America. It's going to be embarrassing if we lose here in America on our home soil to like Serbia or something. But like things like that, like FIBA is
mad disrespectful to Serbians, bro.
No, I'm just saying like everything's changing, bro. Like everything's like opposite. And there's like prophecies on it. And I can't like quote exactly what they say, but they're basically saying like what's been the same direction is like opposite now. And so
yeah, I get that. I mean, I see it. I think the world is just getting closer to being one. Like the differences in Europe are not really the same. Like Europe probably, I mean, when I was there, like yes, it was different because of like the structures and everything, but like life was similar. You know what I mean? Like we're all kind of being put into like the same pool of like human beings, not like, oh, I'm American, oh, you're Serbian, oh, Serbians do this. We're all just like kind of meshing into one. And so like, and now access is so much greater, right? Like it's easier to buy a ticket to go get trained by somebody or learn something from somebody in another country, to be exposed to that,
Right.
you know? But it's also crazy too when you think about it, bro. America's been around for 250 years, and like these are countries, nations that have thousands, hundreds of thousands of, you know, I don't know. But America surpassed them in 250 years. Like, that's crazy.
But you have to think of, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. I get so frustrated. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, bro, 250 years, we surpassed everybody. But that means there was a driving force that helped us do that. America started off on Christianity. You don't think God was a driving force that helped America, like, pass all these things because it was freedom. You can worship him here correctly. Like, God gave, like, America started off like God was fueling it. And that's why, like, right now, it's just, I feel like the fuel is cut off because America denied God and denied his, I guess, the leader who they were following, you know? Like, think about it. They talk about the 1960s. That's when a lot of things happened. Like, that's when, like, the school system was changed, the medical system was changed. Everything happened during that time. And people say that's when, like, the abortions, all those things started happening. Like, people say 1960s. It's crazy how number 6, right? 1960s was around where America turned its back on God. There's a huge talks on that. Like, America turns its back 1960. But it's
I think
crazy.
that's the era of like LBJ. I think it was LBJ that was like, you know, we're gonna make black people vote Democrat, even though like we don't support them or like care about them. But like with this bill, like, and I say that all to say because like that's when like abortion, like eugenics, like people need to do their history and their research on why these things like came to be and who created them. Because when you really look at it, man, I don't see Jesus at all there. What I see is Satan. I see evil. You know what I mean? Especially if that comes out of your mouth towards a specific group of people and you're in charge of everyone. That's crazy, man. Like, yeah, bro. You can get me.
But that's but going back to like, it's crazy how America conquered. But it's just like, even Jews, like, right? They say like, why are Jews so prominent? It's like the fuel was like God fueled them, and that's where the God always said He's always gonna like protect and preserve them. They're always gonna be blessed. And so like, my thing is like, if you want to be blessed, if you want the fuel,
be Jewish.
Just follow God, man. Like, just follow God, and everything will work out, man. But it's a shame, bro, where we're going. But yeah,
it's because those blessings, bro. Like, God is going to provide you those blessings no matter what by just following him. Like, that's why I think it's so important to get into the word, because no matter what, like scripture literally says, like, you don't need to stress, number one, but stress about like clothes, food, and where you're going to stay, because God is going to provide that by you just seeking the kingdom first. He's going to provide that. Everything else, like, that's your responsibility. But like our daily lives, God is like, don't trip about it, because if you follow me, I'm gonna provide for you. There's always a way. How many times have we, you know, gone through something and maybe it took a little bit longer, but God has always provided that way. God has always shown up. Like, those blessings or those answers to prayer, that's God being like, told you, like, I am who the heck I say I am.
Yep.
You know, and like just that simplicity of like following him, he's gonna provide everything for us. If we want a greater life, he's going to give us doors and opportunities. We got to work towards that. You know what I mean? But that's why, like, your mindset, like ironing out your mindset in alignment with God's word is one of the most powerful things, because you just realize, man, I have to lean on God.
Right.
You know? So like, it's so important that we all get back to the roots. We get back to that, man, because the world is flipped upside down. You know, like, bro, what's up with these Europeans? They taking over. Taking over the NBA.
That's crazy, bro.
But I love it, man. I love
it all, man. How do you feel about El Nino?
What do you mean?
El Nino is like
I know what El Nino is, but like, are we in El Nino right now?
Yeah, this is the worst one we've had since I don't know how many years, but the last one we had of like this magnitude, so many tsunamis, earthquakes, hurricanes happened that year. So many people died, and they're saying this year is like it's gonna be worse. And so that's why, like, the storms, the weather has been crazy around the world. It's been earthquakes and like crazy. It's all because of El Nino. But I want to know, like, we're just about to get into hurricane season. Like, Mary was telling me, like, they're just about to Italy, just about to get into tornado season, and like we're about to get into like catastrophe season. So I'm just like, your opinions on, like, what do you feel about this year in El Nino?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't tracking El Nino. I do have some El Nino knowledge, though. I remember from school. I think if I remember correctly, El Nino happens every 4 years.
How many years?
Every 4 years.
4 years. Okay, interesting.
I think that's like the cycle of it. I don't know. I could be wrong. This is back in school. But man, I've been alive for 33 years, and I've been hearing about like more wars and more catastrophes and all this. And at the end of the day, you know, my mindset is, bro, we getting closer to the end. Do I know when that end is? I don't know. But like, I just think that's a reflection of God's promise that the end will come. You know, if you believe in that aspect of the end times. Not everybody does.
Yeah, I know, man. I just think it's funny how like the Revelation talks about earthquakes and all that, and they knew about El Nino. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a part of, like, I don't think it's just like, oh, how randomly it happened. I think it's like the El Nino has always been here, and like prophecies like uses, I don't know. I feel like there's a structure in the world God created, and God uses that for the end times, you know, or for whatever He wants to do. And so like earthquakes, everyone's freaking out right now. Like, man, the God's coming back. I'm like, yeah, but there also is El Nino, but I feel like it's together. That's why I'm like going into the fall. I'm like, man, hopefully it doesn't get too crazy, man. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy this year. But
so you think this fall is gonna be it?
Man, I don't know, man. I just feel like something's coming. Like, I feel like something's gonna happen like towards the second half of the year. That's what I feel, and like I don't know if it's good.
Dude, bro, it's World War III.
It could be that. I don't know. I just feel like something's gonna happen. Like the World Cup ended, everyone the peace, everyone's done. There was no ice going on during the World Cup, right? Because everything was all lovey and one. But now that's over. Now everything's gonna get back into like reality. You know.
I will say this: I feel like it's oddly calm in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it's odd. Like I don't really watch the news too much, but from what I do consume, like whites aren't hating blacks. I think, you know what I mean? Like that's always the number one. I think we're gonna have midterms soon, so that could be something. You know, they throw the politics game back into it, but like we're all like good with each other right now. We don't really have any distraction. I mean,
there's that one case that's happening. That kid that got the foster kid that got drowned. That last week everyone's like, free this, justice for this guy. That's been like I read about this past week, and I'm like, okay.
I know Nolan is his name.
Yeah.
Nolan Wells, I think. I haven't been tracking that because I don't think they have an answer. So like I haven't really been invested into like reading about it until like, because I don't really know what happened. I just know he died with his friends, and they don't know how he died, and there's all this other stuff.
No, so I guess apparently like there's a foster care system. He just got there, and then there was like racism and all that, and so like the kids pretty much like jumped them, grabbed him, and threw him over this lake. And there's a video of him like getting shoved and pushed over the lake, and then he drowns, and then they found his body I think a week later, a few days later, and then that's like what's going on. They're trying to figure out like, was it on purpose? Was it a racist act? And everyone's saying it was because there's cameras and all that. But what I'm saying, there's always going to be like those things.
A distraction, something to divide us.
Going back to your point, it's been like, besides that, it's been kind of calm. That's what I'm like.
Like we're bombing around, bro, and like we're just kind of all chilling. Like we're having a good time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's like,
that's what I'm saying. It's oddly quiet,
man. And I feel like it's too quiet. It's like it's a little bit too.
I think what it is, man. I think like this war is actually going to get. I think it's going to increase, man. Like we're going to war, technically not, but you know we're bombing a nation that does evil things. Trust me. Like with my background in the military and understanding the IRGC, there's evil in the world on every side, but they control oil for the entire world.
Yep.
And so, you know, oil is what makes the world go round. And so I really think that that's going to be expedited. I don't know if it's going to be a World War III, but I think something big with that is going to happen. The president and his family has been marked, and they're trying to assassinate anybody and everybody from his family. So that's scary for sure. But I'm with you on the fact that I think something's gonna be happening soon. I don't know what it is. We know the game. We know the game. We know God's game, and we know the human game. And so, yeah.
I'm with you, bro. That's why my point. I was like, man, it's like something's happening. Something's gonna happen, and I'm like, okay, we're here for it. But at the end of the day, man, as Christians, we expect it. We're not surprised. And if anything, it should be like more of a hope that our time is coming, like our Savior is coming, and it's our time to shine. Because I believe, like, God, like we haven't seen the remnant do what the remnant's supposed to do yet, is what I'm saying. And I'm still waiting for that, right? And so I'm excited because as the world gets worse and worse, and chaos, World War III, all this, that's when God can kind of like shine more. And that's what I'm waiting for, And so even like with the podcast guests we've been having, like there's a lot of evangelists, there's a lot of things that are happening that look different, but it's like a shake. And so the more it gets dark, I get more excited. But I'm like, man, there's something that's coming that I feel that's eerie. It's like, I don't know, it's like a eerie feeling. But
when you find out, hit me with that text, bro. I'm trying to know. Hey, this is gonna happen. All right, cool. Then let me duck and cover.
Boy, that's wild. But
man, I believe, like, obviously, everything is more spiritual than it is physical. I saw this. I don't know if it was on Instagram or TikTok, but it was this guy. Apparently, like, his gift is he can see like things in the spiritual realm. And he was at some place in Europe, and it was overlooking this bay, and almost like an Amalfi Coast type thing. It wasn't the Amalfi Coast, but it was like that. And he was like, "You see that right there?" And he was pointing to nothing. It was just like off in the distance in the bay. He's like, "There's a demon." I forgot what demon it was or whatever. He's like, "There's this huge demon about like this tall over the bay, over this," and he's like in charge of this region. And I'm like, "Dang, bro, like I wish, like, I wonder what is over the United States of America right now." Like, and like what's battling that, because there's always a battle, like between angels and demons, right? So like, imagine having that gift. You're like, man, I see this, bro, like this big old demon right here, bro. Like, this is why we need to pray over this area, because that's biblical. You know what I mean? Like, it talks about that in the Bible, when I think Daniel was trying to get, he was praying. He was praying, and Michael the archangel came to him and said, "I would have came here earlier, but I was caught up in battle. But we heard your prayer as soon as you prayed it. I just had to get here and fight my battles to get here." And so, like, a lot of times, like, we see in the world, everything is peaceful, right? Maybe Michael out there doing work right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, man.
I always think about stuff like that.
No, there's. I would say in America, it's probably like, the whole country. It's probably cities, because if you look at Hollywood, the Hollywood tree, Hollywood, like, contracts, people can't leave. Like, there's celebrities that literally can't leave Hollywood, right? And there's a spiritual principality over there. And when you go there, bro, like when I went there, you like, I don't know, man.
Weird.
You feel it, bro. You feel like
it feels weird.
Yeah, dude. But that's what I'm talking about. That's your discernment. That's the Holy Spirit, and you telling you, like, hey, there's something off here. Same thing in New York, right? And then there's a theory about LeBron going to Sixers, because there's a theory that he couldn't leave LA. There's like, all right, he went to LA, he can't leave there because of the contract and the whatever. There was like a theory about that. And I was like, that's interesting, right? But then also a theory about New York, and they're saying now he's going to Philly. He's gonna live in New York. He only gets like a 45-minute
helicopter ride.
Right, but he's gonna live in New York. And I'm like, I see what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they trying to Kobe him?
I don't know. I just think so what I'm saying is, like, whenever, like, the contracts with the spiritual realm, like, they put you in sections. I think, like, the princes of Hollywood are in that region, and I think New York has one too. And so, like, that's what I mean. But, like, I don't think the whole country, but I think different areas are, like, there's, like, principalities for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. And the crazy thing is, we had the people that are leading us are the ones that are open to that.
Yep.
They're the ones that invite all that in.
Yep. They're partaking, but who knows if they're real humans? Who knows and who knows if they're like, yeah. Man.
I mean, they've been tossing that's what's so crazy. They've been tossing that out into just the media, the news. Like it's nothing. Like, oh yeah, there's 4 different types of species of people not of this earth. Like, what did you just say? Like, you just gonna cruise over that like it's just a normal headline?
Yep.
Like, what do you want us to get from this?
Oh,
what do you mean by that?
They want some, but the whole point, they're trying to get these demons to come out to live with humans, so they can start like having sex with humans and mixing. That's the whole goal. They can't just blatantly do that because it's disgusting. You'd be like, that's a creature. But then when you start like naturally including AI, and you start seeing all these like mixing of animals and creatures, it becomes normal. And now you'll see an alien run down the street, you'll be like, oh, this is normal. But that's what they wanted. You know?
That's Timmy the alien.
Oh, that's just Timmy, man. He's just getting groceries real quick.
Yeah, he's a reptilian.
He's a reptilian. Oh no, they're the Greys, but like it's all demons, bro. Like the whole point is like they want to mix with humans. Like it's like the medieval times, the Greek mythology. They're trying to bring that back and make it.
Bro, it's like you said at the beginning. Like everything is flipped, so now we're going back to what it was originally. What was it originally? The sons, the Watchers, the sons of God, right? Or the Nephilim came down, saw that human women were attractive and mated with them. So, hey, now we're just doing it in the reverse.
Or it's the same thing, and the ones that are leaders, the ones that are trying to mix, are actually the Nephilim as well. Like it goes back to what I'm saying. Are they really humans? Are they really like Nephilim? They've
been here the whole time.
Boy.
Because wouldn't you? Hold on. Like, if you were like you got cast out of something, you came to this world, wouldn't you want to just fit in, but like lead everything? Like you wouldn't want to be just a regular person.
Oh, 100%. You mean the devil
like
controls?
You would want to be in a position of power, control, especially from what you came from. Because you got cast out for a reason, because you were following Lucifer. You weren't following God.
Right.
And so you fell, and so you already been exposed to it. And this is just my human brain. This is that bro science, that bro Christianity that we be walking through. But like, I would.
No, sure.
You know what I mean? Like I would, and I try to be living forever. That's what they say. Who was it? Not King Nebuchadnezzar, but what's his name? I know it. We always talk about it all the time. But Hillary Clinton was looking for his body.
What's that dude?
I'm with a G, right?
Not Gilgamesh. That's
Gilgamesh. Yes, Gilgamesh. But he went by another name.
Nimrod.
King Nimrod. Yes, they say King Nimrod, aka Gilgamesh, was a Nephilim.
Yeah, but like I've seen videos, bro. Like it's some dark stuff, man. Of like them like going and there's this body and he's like sleeping, but you could tell he's like awake. Dude, it's been some stuff I've seen. I'm like, bro, I'm going to sleep, bro. Like, cause I can't watch no more.
I know too much. They gonna come at me. They gonna knock on my door.
It's not even that. It was just too much to see. That I was like, bro, what is this world? Like it wasn't even about them knocking my door. I was just seeing some weird stuff. I was like, bro, if this is real, this God thing, like I'm like, bro, there's a picture I saw of the earth, and I remember I saw that one night. It was super late. I got so scared. I was like, God, I'm scared of you, because I was like, if this is how you are, and this is how you see the earth, and this is where you, like, I'm not messing with you. I'm good. Like a lot of times we don't know who God is, but then when God really shows you who He is and shows you like you're gonna be too scared. You're gonna be like, hey man, I don't want it, man. I'm good. I apologize for questioning you. I apologize. Like I'm good.
Bro, that's crazy you say that, because I've been here in Florida for like the last almost 3 weeks, and we went to the beach, and the whole family was like on the sand, and I was out in the water, bro, and I was just facing like just water. Like I couldn't see anybody else. It was just water. And I was having a moment with God, and I was just like, this is nothing to you. Like the vastness and the strength of the ocean is nothing to you. Like you created this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a grateful moment too of like, just like, man, God, you created this. Like I'm living in your creation. Like I'm just so, I was getting my little prayer off. But then I started thinking like, man, like God is huge, bro. Like He created this, and He ain't scared of this. But if I go out further, I'm dead. I'm toast.
Right.
Like we don't know who God is, but we know who God is.
Yeah.
At the same time, but it's really scary when you think about it. Like you don't want to be on against that.
Yeah.
I can't even say that guy. You don't want to be against that.
Man, it is the verse that says, I forget how I'm paraphrasing, but it's a dreadful day for you to be in the hands of the Lord on that day. But it talks about, I think it's in Joel, but it talks about like being on the wrong side of God and being on the wrath of God. That's the worst thing possible. And I'm like, dude, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But like the more
imagine, like, bro, we hate our parents, and I apologize for cutting you off.
No,
we hate our parents when they get mad at us. Like, we hate going through that. Like, when you get punished as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, bro, I got to go to my room. Like, I hate just the feeling of having my parents mad at me or angry at me, disappointed. Bro, take that to God's level. Boy. Like, imagine God being pissed off at you.
Yeah, that you don't want to
bro, let that sink in.
Yeah, you don't want to be there, bro. But the craziest part, then, I don't think he ever gets mad. For him, he's all loving. He's like, just come back to me, man. I know you messed up. I'm not even mad. I just want you to, but you like, nah, you're mad. I want to come to you because you're used to like human parents. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to think because that's what every time I'm like, I know you're mad at me. He's like, I'm not mad. I'm good. I already forgave you. We're good. Let's just keep moving. You're still stuck there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, man, but it's crazy to think what kind of being is that? Like, how can you not how can you ignore everything and just like be okay and you still want me like at the best? That's crazy, dog. But that's who God is, man. That's who our God. But I gotta run, Jay.
All right, bro.
Man, hopefully everyone was blessed by this, bro. I always love our conversations because, man, it's real. We started with LeBron, we went straight into Gilgamesh. We started talking about America, and so like,
hey, it's just a regular episode on the CROWNEDCAST podcast, bro.
Yeah, man.
Just a regular episode. Let me pray this out for us, and then we'll get you on your way, bro. So, dear God, thank you so much for this conversation, this podcast, this morning, God. I pray that anybody that's listening to this that has been, feeling your tug at their heart, God, I pray that they answer that call. And they give their life to you, God, and just give them strength and humility as they go through that process to understand that you walk in front of them the entire way so they can walk in your footsteps to be guided on the path that you have planned for them, God. I just pray for my brother and continue to bless his life and have your hands on him, give him discernment, give him strength, give him peace, God. Same thing for my life as well and everybody listening. And so we're just so grateful. Love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, brother. It's a wrap. We'll see y'all next time on the pod. Peace.